So looking ahead at our week, we are in week 11. We only have, we are, like I said, last show, we are a month away from World. So we've still got the play-in bracket to do. We've got, we're almost at the end. There are only, let me look at the schedule. There are only, we are in week 11. There, I want to say there's 13 weeks in a split. Yeah, there are 13 weeks. The last set of games are played on October 25th. So that's 1 week, 2 week. Yeah, 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks of games left. That's it. And then we're getting into the postseason. So every game kind of matters in some cases, right? We still have people who are fighting for qualification, SK and Splice. I think Splice is auto-qualling over SK now. I don't know that for sure. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's how things are rolling up there. We look at our standings going this week. We have Rival on top, Pittsburgh Knights, Dignitas, United, Renegades, Splice, SK, Luminosity, Obey, Space Station Gaming. It's not... It's really interesting to look at, you know, who the top teams are. You look at Rival, and then number 2 and 3, Dig and PK, having, you know, they are not better than E United, Renegades, or Splice, but having those wins early, not having their struggles until late in the season, beating the teams at the bottom, they've kind of been able to get to where they are. This is not, if you were just to look at where, you know, the teams were in the standings, you would not have an accurate representation of the league. Whether or not, I think PK and Dig kind of change. PK is the edge case, right? They've just had a roster change. They had a role swap. What are they going to be able to do moving forward is kind of unknown. Dignitas, on the other hand, they have struggled at playing early game. That has been the entirety of this year. Even when they were winning, they struggled early and just beat you late. And they're just not able to make that same strategy work for them. So at this point, I think PK with Rose Solo probably has a better shot at doing something at Worlds than Dignitas does. Dignitas not only has to get over them not being able to play the early game in a meta that heavily gives leads to early pressure, they've got to get over the fact that every year the core of this roster has choked and struggled when it mattered most going into Worlds. That's a lot to overcome for Dignitas, and I don't know that they have it in them. You know, it sucks to see them kind of go down the same path that they have the last few years, but that's what it looks like is going to happen. Going into this week, we have Splice E United, Dignitas Renegades, Dignitas E United, and Obey Luminosity. A lot of good games here. Splice E United, we'll see if E United is for real. If they can beat Splice, they are a top team. But can they do it? I believe, if I'm a betting man, I put my money on Splice. They are the known commodity here. They have been a top team. They have been dominant. Everybody knows how to beat Splice. Renegade showed you how to do it. You shut down Baskin, you shut down Cyclone. In this case, it'll be shut down Cyclone and shut down Solo Patrol. You can do that, and you make their mid 3v3 beat you. You have a shot. Splice have undoubtedly made their mid 3v3 better. Scream, Vin, and Roar have been playing lights out. They have very well could steamroll over you. I think Splice matches up better against the United than probably some other top teams. And I think this probably goes Splice's way. I think that's pretty easy for me to say until proven otherwise. Renegades and Dignitas. Barring Dignitas reconfiguring how they play Smite game, Renegades wins this. I think Splice United probably goes 3-1. I think United can squeeze a game out of there. Renegades, Dignitas probably goes 3-0. I just think Renegades is that much better of a team than Dignitas is right now. They're playing Smite game at a much better, higher level. Look at Dignitas E United. I go E United. I think E United. I think this could go all the way. I think this, if I had to bet on it, I'd probably say E United goes 3-2 because I think E United still struggles a little bit. I think Dignitas can take advantage of that. This very well could be 3-0 for E United. I pick E United over Dignitas here. Dignitas just has not had it. They've lost it this phase, and even in going into mid-season last phase, I think they were losing it. So United, strong team on the up and up. I think they have just cemented themselves as top tier. Where they are at in the top tier, who knows? We'll find out this week. Our last game is going to be Obey Alliance and Luminosity Gaming. This is a game that won't be as interesting as it could be, if only because these two teams aren't playing for Worlds. They're not playing for seeding. If they win or lose, it doesn't quite matter because they're going to placement bracket regardless. And they can't really control any of the seeding there, right? They're going to get decent seeding because they're the SPL teams. So that takes an edge off, right? If both of these teams were playing for a Worlds qualification spot, this game becomes amazing. And I think this game, I think every game here has potential to be just lights out, slobber knocker, amazing. But Obey Luminosity is going to be really fun to watch just to see who is the better team. Obey won the last time out against LG, I believe. So Obey has been the better team. LG's taken some wins off of better opponents, I believe, than Obey has. So it'll be interesting to see which team has progressed the most since they last met. I have to believe that Obey is going to win this game. I think Obey has just been playing at a higher level currently. So you have Obey beat Dig, and then LG beat Rival, though. Rival's the better team, but I think Rival threw more than LG won, which kind of discredits LG a little bit. And I don't want to do that, but I do believe that is more the case. So Obey LG should be a good game. I expect this one to go all 5 games. I think it'll be a 3-2 to go to Obey, and we'll see, another breakout game from Maswal. If Weekend continues his good game streak, and then Ducky and Wowie and Mineral all play really well, this should be a decently, good time for Obey. LG, on the other hand, like, they do have a lot of talent. I'm interested to see what they kind of break out. It's hard to say that either one of these squads is going to break out anything really juicy, especially with us only having 2 weeks left of pro play. It just doesn't look like that's in the cards. You want to hold on to as much as you can going into the open bracket. So might be a little, stale in that regards, playing the kind of the same things, but should be a good game. There's not a game that won't be good this week, and that's not always the case. So again, reiterate: Splice over E United, Renegades over Dig, E United over Dig, and Obey over LG. Those are my predictions. We'll see if they come true.